Yes, this is a postscript to my presentation about the Ionian Islands. In 1939, Greece issued a set of stamps commemorating the acquisition of the Ionian Islands in 1864. If you recall, I talked about that, and we looked at the first three stamps, which were actually the earliest stamps issued for any part of Greece. They predated the large Hermes heads by 2 years. That was 1859. So this stamp, which actually it's been sitting in my collection for years, and I barely noticed it. It's a small stamp with a complicated design and something that you might just brush by without thinking. It has 7 circles which indicate the 7 major islands, Ionian Islands, and they're labeled with abbreviations. Starting at the top, there's Kerkyra, Zakynthos, Ithaca, Paxos, Kythera, Lefkos, and Kefalonia. Now, I don't know the meaning of all these symbols. The trident appears twice. That would be Neptune's symbol, the trident here and down here with Paxos. With
Surely
Ithaca,
on a Greek stamp, it wouldn't be Neptune.
I should stick with the Greek name, Poseidon. That was a slip on my part.
Yeah.
I hope the Greeks will forgive me. And with Ithaca, we have an image that I would imagine must either represent Odysseus or Homer. Ithaca being the home of the Greek hero Odysseus. So here's the rest of the set of stamps, instead of altogether 5.
I've never seen Greece spelled that way. It usually has a sigma at the end.
Well, that's another way of writing sigma.
Really?
That is, yes,
Yeah,
there are different ways of writing it.
Yeah, that says
This you
Hellas.
don't see this too often, but that is, yes, it's a known way of writing the letter sigma.
Okay.
When it comes at the end of a word.
Huh.
Not always. I mean, you'll see down on this lower stamp that the figure on the left is King George I, and it's Basileon tes Helados. And there, the terminal sigma is in the standard form. But as I say, just certain styles of lettering. This style of lettering incorporates the final sigma in this form. And by the way, that's the way the final sigma usually appears in handwritten Greek. This shows the island of Corfu. And you can see here the very distinct hills, which are responsible for the name Corfu. The island is Kerkyra in Greek, but it was called Corfu by the Venetians, who established themselves there many centuries ago. And Korufos means a hill or peak. And the island has these little hills, and the Venetians built a fort on top of one of them. And all other countries besides Greece seem to have adopted Corfu as the name of the island. The lower stamps, you'll remember the first 3 stamps of the Ionian Islands were 3 stamps showing Queen Victoria with this belt around her, the insignia of the Order of the Garter. And the colors of those 3 stamps were orange, blue, and red. Orange for the half penny, blue for the 1 penny, and red for the 2. The king there, as I mentioned, is George I. The occasion for Great Britain gifting the islands to Greece was the accession of this man, George I, to the throne of Greece. He was a member of the same family that the British monarch belonged to. And as a sort of a gesture of goodwill, a gift on the occasion of his accession to the throne, Britain simply turned the islands over to Greece. So that's the end of the story, unless there